I've returned. Took me a little bit longer than I thought it was going to, but I am here. Let's see what we got. Winning on the Allies side in Normandy. Wow, this stream week has been a series of historical events. Had our first little bit war for bit leader yesterday. That was a historical moment in the kingdom. We also had like what? Our first talk about what would a lot of people would consider controversial topics, at least when it comes to the United States and anything relating to any amount of gun regulation at all, amongst other things. And today we have somebody who's playing enlisted and winning on the Allied side of Normandy. That, especially right now, feels like it should be a historical event, because holy shit. The only time I feel like I lose when I'm Axis on the Normandy side is when my team is brand new to the game and has no idea how to play. Like, that's the only time I ever feel like I lose, if I'm playing Axis Normandy. Because even if you get like a couple of, like, see, here's the problem with enlisted, I've noticed. There's no real way to communicate with anybody. Like, you can't type a message to everybody to tell them, like, to help try and direct things. At least on PC, I've tried everything. I've looked stuff up. I just do not know how to. The only way I know how to chat is if I, like, make a group. And I think that's what will decide whether or not a game will be close, fun, or a complete shitfest. Because if you're talking to even one other person, and you can coordinate even a little bit, and the other team doesn't have any coordination, the scales will shift so fast in your favor. Makes me want to play some enlisted too. I'll probably play. Yeah, we could possibly do a long stream tonight. Oh yeah, real talk. Enlisted has been feeling rough because of it's a new season, the start of a new season, and because it's the start of a new season, you'll have a lot of new people checking out the game, right? And this is where you're gonna get, like, say, I know it's more than this, but let's just, for easy sake, say 100 people start to play the game for the first time. You're gonna have like 75 of them drop it within the first couple of days, and then like the rest will slowly go down when maybe it's only like 3 out of the 100 that stick with the game and make it like something they play even more so than I do. You know what I mean? Like, I would consider myself a more casual player of Enlisted. There are some individuals who play games like that hardcore, and I very much understand where they're coming from, but it's not something I can see myself really doing. Like, if I spend a lot of time in a game, it's over time, right? Like, the game that I think I've actually spent the most time in, realistically, is XCOM 2. Well, you could also say the Metal Gear games, but it's hard for me, because of how biased I am towards Metal Gear and the positive, it's hard for me to put that on any scale, because, again, I'm very biased towards the Metal Gear franchise. It's like, if there was a box of my favorite games, that's kind of outside the box because of how much I enjoy the Metal Gear franchise. That was really like the first game that I truly played and figured out what games were. Great storytelling things. That's why I'm so biased towards anything that has not even a good story, but a story, if the story's told well and in a good way, and like it isn't like, if the story of if the story of Metal Gear, no, not Metal Gear, Grand Theft Auto 5, I always do that. If the story of Grand Theft Auto 5 was actually like bad, I wouldn't enjoy it nearly as much as I do. The story has moments where it doesn't, like the flow in the river of the story gets a little bit broken up by some rocks, but you still are on, like, you can still make it if you're doing a rafting thing, right? Weird metaphor, but it works. Anyway, if it
Exoskeleton. Available to stream on Spotify by clicking the link below.
If it's a story like Grand Theft Auto 4, it kind of doesn't really have... It has a couple of rocks here and there, but not some of the obstacles that you see in a game like Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, mind you, the way they tell the story in Grand Theft Auto 5, I think, makes up for that, because if they weren't as expressive with the way the characters were, I think it would actually be a worse story for it. If you just, like, take out all the shit the characters do, the way they move and shit like that, you take all that out, the story of Grand Theft Auto 5 would actually be bad. But you could say the same thing for Grand Theft Auto 4 as well. This is also going to be on the thing. So we're going to, like, this is an impromptu start to the stream. VOD for YouTube. This happens sometimes whenever I get on a good subject. I'm like, I think I need to put this on YouTube. So, greetings and a good day, YouTube and Twitch highlight watchers. How are you doing today? I myself am pretty excited to continue where we last left off in Minecraft. Give me a moment to actually, like, put that on. I'm distracted right now, as you could tell. Also, I think it's hilarious because I don't know if there are going to be any sections that are muted because I'm listening to a collection of the Grand Theft Auto songs. Well, Grand Theft Auto 5 songs, because I thought it would be kind of hilarious to put a collection of that on shuffle and just listen to different music and stuff like that, and hopefully it all gets recorded by the thing and doesn't get stuck on any of the songs, so I could see what ones get muted and what one don't, and maybe make my own playlist. But what's really funny is, I know for a fact that there are certain places that will never see some of my videos. I've talked about this before, and it's always the same thing so far. Any type of country music, like all my exes live in Texas, it's why I hang my hat in Tennessee. Like, that might have even caused the thing that I'm about to talk about to happen. Russia will not allow the video to be shown if it has, like, almost any country music. Hey, greetings and good day, Insane Baboon. How are you doing today? Ooh, a 1 HP. That is what I think it is, right? You only have 1 HP. If you get hit once, you die. It's a one-hit kill run, right? A one-hit knockout run. Hurricane Pack 1. That sounds entertaining. Are you not entertained? Oh, that's official stuff. That's cool. That's cool. Alright, let's get Minecraft open, please. How loud is the music compared to me? I think it's pretty good. Could do to lower it a little bit, possibly. Right there should be perfect, actually. But yeah, this is really going to be like... Because I always talk about how I could probably listen to... Depending on the mood that I'm in, I could listen to any music, I feel, right? And I feel like I'm in a mood where I could listen to literally any music, so that's one of the good things about a Grand Theft Auto game. They have so many different genres of music. You're back. Okay. There we go. There we go. Ah, a little bit too hot still. Intercept. Is that like some sort of a parry thing? I get the vibe of a parry thing. Come on, Minecraft. Load, damn it. So you want to be a gangster. I don't think I've ever heard this song. I've been going through all the stations, but this might be one of the stations that gets muted. We'll see. We'll see if all you see is the name of the song and not, you know, hear me. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this, because there are times where I'll like pull up the song a couple of times to make sure it, like, if I really think it's gonna get muted. No, I know, but what I mean is, I have to do it retroactively. I know you legit just press block. Wait, hold on. You're still talking about? It's like the Royal Guard. I was having a different conversation. Let me get back to the one about Ninja Gaiden. Like Royal Guard, but even more broken. And easy as fuck to do. You legit just press block. Oh! Oh! Wait. What does that do then? Does it do like a lot of damage to the enemies or something? This is one of those moments. Game crashed. Okay. Lovely. Please don't do that all night. That would be very annoying. Because then I'd have to figure that shit out. But yeah, what exactly does it... if you're still typing, keep typing, but I'm saying the thought out loud because it helps me come up with an answer. Or try and come up with an answer. But the only thing I could think of is if your intercept as you're blocking, it probably like reflects damage that they would normally do to you to them. That's what I think when I hear that. I'm curious to know if I'm right or wrong. You take 0 damage from anything that isn't a grab if done correctly. Oh. Got it. Okay, so that adds context to it. So that yeah, and because it's easy to do, it's like I could classify that as brainless. Because once it's broken down like that, it feels quite simple, right? It would take a little bit of practice, like just a little bit of practice to get it ingrained, and then you're good to go. Hold on, I'm almost ready to like start playing the game proper. This will be, I don't know what exactly it is. Hopefully my numbering system was correct, but this should be the 97th episode of Minecraft. I don't know what episode it is of like this blog thing that I've set up, which is funny because I thought about it, and this is what you'd classify as what I call an outdated YouTube blog thing. Because the idea is to be like, oh, I plan to do this next week. But it's not too relevant because of how it's recorded. So people that watch this probably, yeah, it informs them of what's going to be coming next this coming week for streams and stuff like that, or what should be coming. But it's like,
Whether it's the toppings for your homemade pizza or your favorite
not
ice cream, it's good to have choices.
relevant for anyone that's trying to watch it live.
Customers in the Dominion Energy Ohio service territory can choose their own natural gas supplier.
Oh, can we? It's not like we have people coming up every other week being like, hey, you want to switch your gas provider? We'll save you this much more money on it. And it's like, guys, every other day, a different one of you come up from a different company trying to get me to switch to your company. Even the company that I am with sends people to the house. And it's like, no, I'm satisfied with what we have. Yes, I'm sure. Have a nice day. If you don't know the enemy's attack, it's useless to even do. Yeah, that is the catch. But like I said, it takes practice. Because I thought about it, I'm like, that probably takes practice to get down. That's probably a gimmick or a catch. There's always a catch. There's always a catch.
From Dollar Bank right for you? Let's find out. Do you
Speaking
like
of there's always a catch,
Great. Sign up
hopefully
for
there's fishing in Grand Theft Auto 6.
$10.
Because I made a joke to a couple of my buddies that I talked to in a
Excellent, because everything checking
private
lets us
Discord.
with Zelle. Final
And I was
question.
like,
Current checking do all this?
bringing up how I can go on these long-ass rants
Way more.
via
Do it now,
vocally
visit your
or
friends soon. Dollar Bank.
with
Let's get you
text.
there.
And I made a joke about the rant I would make if they don't have fishing in Grand Theft Auto 6. And they were both like, nah, dude, we ain't gonna read that. And I said, read it. I'll send you a link to the Twitch VOD or the YouTube video, whichever you prefer. Because my rant will be that long. And I'll be streaming it for sure. Interesting. Oh, you guys are terrified over there, it looks like. Because fun fact, that's how they, the summoning of these is programmed. It's set up to where a iron golem won't drop in unless the stat of the villager's fear level or concern or whatever it's called is up to a certain level. If it is up to a certain level, uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's 3 here. Shit. Okay. We might have lost a couple of villagers. So, I don't know how much the amount of bread I gave them would consider for how they breed in here. But considering that was open and it led to, I think, the inner of the walls, we either have villagers in the walls. They're in the walls! The call's coming from inside the house! That was a meme for a while. Anyways, they're either in the walls or they despawn. So that kind of sucks. It's not that big of a deal because we still have, you know, the villagers held in the brewing stations. Let me go take a quick little gander to see if we see any villagers in the walls. The question is, how do we take care of them? That's just the question. I need to set up more ender chests. Like in different areas, so I have a easier way to deliver shit back and forth. And deliver more shit. Ah, I gotcha. So do you find it easy? I thought you said that it was... It's easy to do, yeah, so that's why I was saying it that way. Like, how easy are you finding it? Like, oh, I got this down in a couple hours, or oh, it's gonna take me a couple of days? Mind you, I'm looking at it from my perspective of what I consider easy. For me, an easy boss for something like a Dark Souls game is a boss that I beat, like, within 10 attempts. And even then, that's like, I'm not 100% sure because it depends on what you're looking at, because I had a lot of trouble with certain bosses in Elden Ring because a lot of the other Souls games really didn't have a lot of bosses with delayed attacks, and if they did, I would always get fucked up by said delayed attacks. And with Elden Ring being like, the motherfuckers can hold attacks to the heat death of the universe, I got Margit fucked me up. Oh, I kind of get what it is. Well, after we get through the Minecraft section, we'll have the React Andy section. We can go over it then. I need to work on the top of the wall. That's what I was gonna do. Work on the top of the wall. Okay, good job, past me. Very rarely will you ever have this happen to you, but good job. And what I'm referring to is the joke I made about present me not giving a fuck about either past or future me, or disliking past me not giving a fuck about anybody, and future me hating both. The reason I came up with that, though, is because of my, fuck it, I'll worry about it later in editing or something like that. Oh, I have a lot of work to do, holy shit. This is gonna take a while to get the wall right. Fuck. Technically, what I could do is one block across. Like, something like this should work perfectly, and then I could do any touch-up stuff then. But yeah, I'm curious about the amount of music that's going to be created just for Grand Theft Auto 6, if they are going to go to that level. And that's something I'm going to try and do in the near future. I'm going to try not to constantly talk about Grand Theft Auto 6, but I'm hyped for it. Honestly, because I figured that I'm going to be getting the reason I'm not talking about the Metal Gear Solid remake as much as I seem to be talking about the Grand Theft Auto 6 release is because, in all honesty, it's a remake. And as much as I do love Metal Gear Solid, there's not a lot you could change in that story in my mind. I mean, I'll still get it and play it because the game will look so good. And normally I'm not big on graphics, but I feel that a Metal Gear game with good graphics is just, Oh. Yeah, okay. So there's the other shoe dropping. This is what I'm talking about. This is some, like, I'm one of those weird types of people that has a tendency to where, like, if I can ignore the lyrics of a song, I can listen to any music. But if I start paying attention to what's being said, then I start to think about why they're singing the way they're singing. I like analyzing stuff, if you haven't noticed from how I've been talking about why I like Grand Theft Auto 5 story so much, even though the story's not, in my mind, it's good. I couldn't really say if it's better than 4 or if it's worse than 4. Because, to me, the stories are similar, but Grand Theft Auto 4's story flows better than Grand Theft Auto 5's. But I like the way that Grand Theft Auto 5 story is told in a better way, right? Like, it makes the story have more oomph in my mind, if that makes any sense. Gotcha. You like parries is what you like, it sounds like. Like, oh, I just perfectly dodged an attack, and now I perfectly blocked an attack, and now I could take advantage of that, so I get to do damage to the person who thought they were gonna attack me. Yeah. So, like, I could see you really enjoying a game like Sekiro. From what I've seen of that game, it seems like it thrives off of parrying and counterattacks and stuff like that. Okay, never mind. Never mind then. I feel like we might have had this conversation before. If we have, my apologies, but That's that goldfish memory of mine acting up. As soon as you said, "Oh, I fucking hate those games," I was like, "Wait, this is sounding familiar," because I feel like I've said you'd like those games, but you don't like the Dark Souls shit in general. I understand. I understand that. The big reason I understand that is because as much as I like those games, I understand that they have a setup to where no matter what, your first time playing through that game, you are going to die. Right? And I think that is one of the things that's a bit of a... not mistake. Oversight? Maybe? I don't know how to word it, but I don't think... I'm not the best at video games. Right? I'll be the first to admit that. And the reason I'm saying this is because I don't want what I'm about to say people to think I'm saying that I'm that good, because I know I'm not. But there should always be a video game that comes out where there is at least one person that will play it that goes through it flawlessly their first time playing it. For whatever reason, they just pick up the controls of the game, or like it's super similar to a game they previously played that no one else has heard of, something weird like that. There should always be the possibility of someone going through their first time without dying once. No glitches, nothing. I'm saying like a perfect run, even taking out glitches and shit like that. Well, see, here's the problem. Here's the problem. Because of how brain development is, there are certain games that you will play when you are a certain age that there will be no other game that will beat it. Because of how biased you can be. You played the Ninja Gaiden game at the perfect time, right? Because you enjoyed that game and you kept playing it. Basically, it's very similar to how I view the Metal Gear games, specifically Metal Gear Solid. I know that game has some shitty controls, but it's my favorite game of all time. Yep. I don't think that... I know for a fact Metal Gear Solid isn't the first game I ever played. It's the first game that I ever sat down and was like, oh shit, this is what video games can be. And I restarted it when I was almost done. I was almost at the final boss. But I restarted the game because I realized, oh shit, there's a story to this shit. I might have been, what? 6? 5 or 6, I think. Well, I'll say it this way because of how the memory works. Between the ages of 5 and 8 is when I had that epiphany about video games. I couldn't tell you for certain. Been a while. It's been a while. I think my first game ever was Spyro. Spyro the Dragon. Spyro the Dragon. What is this song? I can't help but pay attention to the lyrics because I've never heard the song before. What's awesome about this setup is I don't have to like actually think too hard about what to do because I just need to place one layer for the time being, and then I could make the fine-tuning later. So this is perfect. That was making me a little dizzy. Oh, get the fuck out of here. 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 Fuck. Ah, you bastard. You got me the fuck out of there. Glad I saw that. I'm gonna have to look at the outside. Oh god, I'm gonna have to fix the outside of the wall. I didn't even think about it. Oh no! How could this happen to me? I feel like my voice is sounding like that because of how much I'm talking. Well, I apparently haven't listened. Either one of two things has occurred. One, this song hasn't unlocked yet because I'm pretty sure the way that the Grand Theft Auto games work is the radio is on a repeating thing, right? It just constantly repeats each station. But as you progress the story, it unlocks more music, as well as more commercials, ads, or little segments where the individuals are talking to each other, right? So, if this is a Grand Theft Auto 5 song, this is a song that either I haven't listened to the station of, which is very possible, or it's something that hasn't unlocked yet. Or I've heard it already and just not realizing I've heard it already because I wasn't paying attention to the music at that time, which is possible. Because there are a lot of times where I'm talking like this and not really paying attention to music or anything like that. Oh yeah, we vibing. I medicated about a half hour ago, if it wasn't obvious. Oh. There's something else I'm gonna show off later, hopefully, if I can. If the conversation comes up, I'm not gonna say, this is gonna sound weird, but it'll make sense retroactively. If in the future I'm doing something, and I bring this up, for those of you that are watching on YouTube, rewind it to the point in time that I'm talking about this. That was stupid, but it'll make sense later, trust me. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. This is why I call myself a dumbass. Because, well, I actually don't believe I'm stupid. I believe I have these thoughts that are like, what the fuck did you just say, dude? Like, I'll watch this in the future when I'm editing this, or I'll just watch it for shits and giggles, and I'll be like, dude, what the fuck were you talking about? One of the reasons why I hope that issue 2, which issue 2 in Ohio is the recreational legalization of marijuana. Alright? That is something I'm hoping goes through because, you know, they have it set up to where you'd have to be 21 in order to purchase it, right? With the ID and all. Basically, similar rules to alcohol.
Do you hear that?
It's Godzilla.
Monsters are an inescapable reality.
And obviously, it's already medically legal here. The helps with
About these monsters for years.
stress and
Want to save millions of lives.
small pains and stuff like that.
Us.
Monarch, Legacy of Monsters, streaming November 17th, only on Apple TV+.
Oh, well, I ain't gonna be able to watch that one. Yep. Yep. This is I saw this on YouTube. I saw that commercial on YouTube and on TV recently. This is actually, you missed the conversation yesterday. This is actually kind of what led us to starting our first conversation about topics that could be considered controversial. I was saying that I think it's not that good of an idea to have a police officer or a sheriff talking about what's wrong because of how sentiment seems to be at an all-time low for police officers and stuff like that. And then I was saying, like, talking about from my perspective why that is and all that. That was yesterday's conversation. I'm not going to go over it again. Apologies, but if you do want to see that, you have to watch yesterday's VOD. I barely got any Grand Theft Auto done. I was too busy ranting and raving. Oh shit. Need to go pick up more of that. you have this dude, you have the sheet, whatever the hell he is. Yeah, sheriff. It's a sheriff. Because in Ohio, sheriffs, I guess, are more respected or something like that. That's why instead of a regular police officer, because sheriffs are like higher up in the ranking or whatever it is. I don't know how it fucking works. Anyways, and they were saying that, like, they were comparing it to what it currently is for alcohol. Like, if you're under the influence of alcohol, and it's like, well, your argument's invalid because you could actually look up the statistics of locations that do have it recreationally legal. Right? Like, you can look up the statistics and compare and contrast and realize that your arguments this way and what you're saying are completely incorrect. You're using real information for something that you haven't done studies on. But, like, they're using the wrong information for the shit. Like, they're using real information, but it's just inherently incorrect because what it's originally for. Yeah, that was my thought exactly. Well, we'll see, because the way the law is, the way issue 2 is, it's one of those stupid laws that if it does get voted through, there's still a chance that things on the bill can get changed and pushed through, and they could repeal it, which I think is utter bullshit, because it's like, alright, it was already voted through, and now you're going to go through an extra set of votes that have a more narrow audience that are going to be doing the voting. So, like, the vote can definitely be more skewed one way or another, because when you have more results, like, if I'm looking on Amazon and I see two products that have the same exact rating, and one of them has 100 reviews and another has 100,000 reviews, more likely I am to pick the one that has 100,000 reviews, because that means a lot of fucking people have used it. At least that's what the thought is. It could be that it's just a lot of bots that have done simple reviews to make it seem like a lot of people have been using it. That, however, is illegal. But that's just how the human brain has a tendency to work. Right? Pop a perk, I'm flying, I'm dying. I wanted to do some crimes, but now I smoked a bud. My blood. Listen to the lyrics of this song. Oh, this is a great fucking song. It's fucked up. But I get it. Oh, that's funny. I think I want to keep those there for the time being. I don't think I can do anything with those. Ooh, piece of candy. This'll work. Do something with the smooth stone. I think I was gonna do road for smooth stone, or smooth stone road, or something like that. Oh, this is a lot more than I thought. Oh boy. I mean, we can use a lot of these now that I'm thinking about it. What else do we got? We got... You don't belong in here. You do not belong there. There we go. What's really funny is I'm pretty sure the bees don't come out if the hives are full. Hey, let's go! Yeah, that's good.
Whether it's the toppings for your homemade
Wasn't the violation a bullshit thing? Surprise, surprise, it was a bullshit violation, but wasn't it like some kind of bullshit about a song that you had from Clone Hero or something like that?
Don't want to choose? No problem. You'll still receive natural gas from an approved supplier at Dominion Energy's default rate. Just visit dominiongaschoice.com to learn more.
Oh yeah, no. When you edit like that, it definitely takes a lot out of you.
Checking from Dollar Bank right for you? Let's find out. Do you like cash? Great. Sign up for everything checking and earn $300.
Oh,
What an easy way to
got
send and
you.
receive money. Excellent, because everything checking lets you send money with Zelle. Final question.
Yeah.
Will current checking do all this?
Yeah. YouTube would do that.
Earn $300 and get way more. But do it now. This offer ends soon. Dollar Bank. Let's get you there.
But yeah, something else. I have like what, Tuesday, Wednesday, I think I did. I played a little bit of Grand Theft Auto Online. I haven't played any Grand Theft Auto Online so far, not since like Wednesday, because the weather beat the shit out of me basically. Anyway. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to make this look a little bit different for sure. The stairs are gonna be so annoying to work with. Oh well, not a big deal. I mean, it's the weather. The weather's still fucking me up too, but like today's the best I feel like I felt in the last 5 days, hilariously enough. But you can probably blame that on, like I said, being medicated. No headache, and I actually feel a little bit like I don't feel that exhaustion type of tired. You know what I mean? And you get that feeling when your body's been fighting, like, trying to adjust to the barometric pressure, and just, that's what it is that fucks with me. It's the drastic alterations, because Ohio has, like, the most bipolar weather ever, primarily due to Lake Erie to our north. Like, if you ever look up the terminology lake effect snow, that is some rough shit. Because it's a lot of fucking snow. I feel so happy. I started to edit a little bit more off, like, I'm forcing myself to, while I feel like this, to edit a bit, because it's like, alright, if I could edit while I feel fucked up like this, I could edit whenever. Because I'm a procrastinator. I try not to be, but I just am a procrastinator. An intercept into a UT. Yeah, that does sound awesome. There'll be moments where I'm editing, and like, I'll do something that makes me go, ooh, let's watch that again. Let's watch that again a couple of times, because it just feels so satisfying. I understand completely what you're talking about now that I've been editing Neo. And hilariously enough, me editing Neo has made me both want to play that game again and not want to play that game ever again. Gonna have to do another playthrough of Elden Ring at some point. I have no idea when though, with what I have mentally quote-unquote scheduled out. But what do we got? We got... Yeah, that... But like I was saying earlier, why I'm not, like, super... I don't seem that I'm super hyped for the Metal Gear Solid Delta thing, because it's a remake. It's a remake of Metal Gear Solid 3, which... Like I said, there's not really much you can do to change the story to make me be like, oh, wow. If you change the story too much, it kind of isn't Metal Gear Solid 3. So, the main reason to get it is to see how badly they fuck anything up, if they do fuck anything up, what's good about it, and how good it looks. That, and I'm very biased towards Metal Gear Solid. So if there's somebody who would be able to reasonably say if it's a good thing, if it's a good remake or not, I think I'd be one of the people that would be able to go, yeah, this is good, or this is bad. Like how you would be the person I would want to go to if they were going to come out with a new Ninja Gaiden game. I'd be like, yo, is this worth it? Realitas, is this worth it? Alright. Jeez, there's a lot of shit here. The Hurricane packs are the best thing ever. You think? Okay, so outside of the Hurricane packs, what is it? Oh, the Hurricane packs and the block thing you're talking about, the intercepts. Are those the two best things the Hurricane packs bring? Cold charge UTs and the biggest things. Third person, yeah. There it is. There it is. Intercept never came back. That's sad. You know why? I just figured out why Neo is a game that I like to play, but I'm frustrated by it, to say the least. It has to do with the fact that it has enough similarities to Dark Souls. I'm one of those weird ones that likes the Dark Souls rotation. Like, I like that type of game. And Neo is enough like that to where I like it. But the problem is how some of the mechanics work is actually more of a negative towards my enjoyment of it, right? Because there are like extremely fast grabs. I hate like almost shit that feels unavoidable, which that's one of the things that, like, one of the few things that frustrated me about oh, that works. Holy shit. I didn't think that would work. I think that's better though. Anyway. Because like the way that you play Neo isn't like you play a Ninja Gaiden game at all. And like the way you have to block and counter and stuff like that feels awkward when you think about it in the context of Ninja Gaiden. If that makes any sense. And I think that's one of the reasons. Oh, this is going to be one of those weird ones because of the way that it breaks off like that. So I'm going to have to. Oh, this is so weird. This is so weird. Oh God, Christmas songs.
The ultimate Christmas playlist.
Oh shit.
Make this the soundtrack to your Christmas.
No, thank you, because I'm pretty sure Christmas music is like DMCA hellscape of minefields. You know what I mean? Like if there's one type of music you don't want to listen to during November and December, I think it would be Christmas music. That, and I do not personally like Christmas music. I could listen to it, but I couldn't explain why, but that's just why. I just don't like listening to it. What could I do? Yeah, here's the thing, though. I've had this conversation before with a couple of different people. I could figure that out, how to do that. There's probably also a way to make it to where the music could still play, but it gets like a little bit slightly warped. Because I've noticed that in a couple of the YouTube videos that I've watched of people doing VOD content like I do. Or I should say me doing content like they do, because I was actually, the reason I even have this is because of me watching 3-4 hour VODs of other individuals' streams on YouTube, right? Hold up, I lost my train of thought. I hate when that happens. Oh. It's one of those weird things where people could put their own music in, or they could play the songs that they see up here. It's weird. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll do it. But it will be slightly weird, I feel. It'll be slightly weird because this is the way that I've done it, so I probably should just do it the way that we're talking about doing it and get it over with, so I don't have to worry about future bullshit. Send me a Discord message, because right now I'm not going to do anything today when it comes to doing any type of setup system or something like that. But send me a Discord message about making it to where music won't show up on the VOD, but it will show up live. Because I'm gonna forget about it by tomorrow. Because I'm ballroom blitzed right now. Stone! That's what I'm looking for. Stone. But yeah, something else I'll be doing alongside playing like Enlisted, War Thunder, and a couple of other games off stream. And when I say play, I mean just do like a daily thing. Like log in, get the daily thing, because I've logged in for 300 days in a row when it comes to War Thunder, which is literally just log in, collect the reward, log out at the least. I'm gonna have to pluck that out of there. That's fine. No big deal. But yeah, it'll probably be a good idea to do that because future-proofing stuff. Oh, speaking of music, I will say, I am kind of glad that I do it the way that I do it right now, because it is hilarious to me that I now know for a fact, anytime country music ever plays, like 99% of the time, if a country song is playing, that means the VOD will not be able to be shown in Russia. Which I bring that up, I probably bring that up every time I notice that in a video, just because of how humorous it is to me that we were talking about like indoctrination and propaganda stuff yesterday a little bit. We glossed over it, but this is a perfect example of it, of Russia feeling that country music is so American that you can't dare to show it in Russia. So they blocked the video, and they blocked the YouTube video from being shown. I'm surprised not every single one of my videos is like that at this point, because I'm what some people would call aggressively American to a certain point, right? That aggressively Americanness kind of peters off when it comes to gun regulation and stuff like that. Then again, Why the hell does it have to be you love guns and you want your AR-15s and shit like that to be more American? Indoctrination type shit. This is what I was talking about earlier. Go back to what I was talking about earlier in the video, because this is the moment where I'm doing the thing I was talking about, right? We were talking about indoctrination. It's like, I made this just for the stream. In case we ever talk about something like this, get your tinfoil hats on, and let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation about how the world really works. I'm not gonna wear this the entire time, but I thought it would be hilarious to put this on, show that I made a tinfoil hat for those tinfoil hat moments. Alright? Reptilia by the Strokes. It's an immediate block in 2 countries. It is funny though, like why is it blocked though? Like that's the question. Why is that type of music blocked? And the only thought you could really have that makes sense is that the individuals who are in control of Russia view that type of content as too American. They don't want the Russian people to enjoy any aspect of America because that's bad. Just like how over in America, I guarantee you that we have similar shit set up against Russia. Because you can't enjoy anything Russian, that's bad. Well, that's not necessarily the case. What the fuck? Oh, that's not necessarily the case because there are some individuals that just adore Putin and all that, and it's like, alright. In all honesty, I find it hard to find adoration in a lot of individuals, right? Because adoration is probably not the word, because what adore comes from is admire, right? At least that's what I'm pretty sure how the word works. I'm not a fucking dictionary. Look, Google it if you're not 100% sure. Anyways. Wait a minute. Did they change the commercial? They changed the commercial! They changed the commercial!
Special K knows life moves fast.
And as a new one too. Wait, no, this is Special K, not the KY jelly bullshit. Never mind, ignore me.
So the fuel you choose matters.
But they changed the Trojan commercial. Woohoo! I was here. If you're live, yeah, I was here on this day. We break history for Spotify advertising. This day that is November 3rd. No, November 6th. Wow, I'm a couple days behind. November 6th. Like that ain't right. November 3rd ain't right.
With over 20 varieties of coffee to choose from,
that's hilarious.
roast is just There's a reason for
Yeah, November 6th, 2023. That's to date this VOD. Wait.
still roasted in their hometown of New Orleans. Damn good coffee.
All right.
It's Folgers.
I don't like coffee.
The banner to shop now.
I don't know how to explain it, but it's just
When you play Monopoly,
too sour, I guess.
from rule follower to ruthless competitor.
Oh, speaking of Monopoly,
Crypt your grandma.
I don't know when we had the conversation about
Because all is fair.
Microsoft and
Monopoly is a trademark.
Sony going after Microsoft because they were worried they were going to have a monopoly when they got Activision Blizzard, right? Microsoft purchased Activision Blizzard and Sony threw a little bit of a fit, and I explained why it was that they threw that fit. It was because basically just greed and money, wherein if anybody else purchased something and it wasn't going to potentially cut into somebody else's profits, then they would throw a fit like Sony did to Microsoft and tried to get them to not be able to purchase Activision Blizzard, but Sony would try and do the same thing in a heartbeat if they could guarantee the purchase. Anyway, outside of corporate greed and all that bullshit, I brought this up because Disney recently purchased Hulu for $8 point something billion, right? And nobody threw a hissy fit about Disney getting a monopoly on anything. You know what I mean? And you want to know why nobody threw a hissy fit? Because do you think that they're the ones that are going to lose profit? Possibly. But if they try to fight Disney, they're just going to lose outright because of how much money Disney has. Disney's one of those get your tinfoil hat on moments of like Disney rules the world kind of thing because of how much money they have, right? And I actually figured something else out because it was just an errant thought and I looked it up. I'll actually have to look it up again. I won't be able to show it on stream because TOS stuff. But actually, I don't think I can say the actual words, but long story short, there's one company. Here, hold up. I'll look up the company name and I'll say Google it, and that's enough plausible deniability. Give me a second. Canada-based Ethical Capital Partners. This is the company. ECP, Ethical Capital Partners. This is a company that owns a lot of adult entertainment sites. And I don't know how much Twitch is on about with the TOS when it comes to that kind of stuff, so I'm not even going to mention that. Because I know for a fact there have been people recently who have, mind you, they were... See, this is where I'm too careful, right? Because I know I could probably talk a little bit more blunt about stuff, but I'm a person that believes habit is a thing. So I don't want to get in the habit of talking about certain subjects that may potentially break terms of service. Because it'll be easier for me to get in trouble for doing that if I do that. When I'm used to it early on. You know what I mean? So if I just don't do it now, when it doesn't matter, then I won't do it later when it does matter. I'm also doing something I don't normally do and working through the night. Because today is one of those days where I feel like I'm starting to weighing down from the conversations I could really discuss about, so I'm like, alright, let's get as much of this done as possible before I'm like, alright, I'm ready to move on to the React Andy section, and then either wrap up for the evening there and just chill for the rest of the evening, or play some Enlisted on stream. But one of the reasons why I'm hyped for a game like Grand Theft Auto is because that was one of my biggest stress reliever type of games I would play after a rough day at high school or something like that, right? Just chill and go through Grand Theft Auto doing whatever. It wasn't only until... Oh, you motherfucker. It wasn't until... Not recently, but like 10, 12 years ago, when I was like 16, that I realized there was actually a story to the Grand Theft Auto games. Probably a little bit longer than that. Because in all honesty, when I was younger, I enjoyed stories. I didn't care as much about the story as I did gameplay mechanics and stuff like that, because I didn't enjoy Grand Theft Auto 4 nearly as much as I enjoy it right now. I think that's right. Yeah, that's right. And then this would have to go like that, which would go like that. Yeah, that's right. I brought it up before, but I gotta bring it up now. This is probably way outdated. The Macy's Day Parade is probably already come and gone by the time this ends up on YouTube or some shit. But it's one of those things that I can't help but mention, the fact that there's actually a One Piece float in the Macy's Day Parade. It was 4 years ago they had Goku, right? I think it was Goku Super, or like Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan or whatever the hell it is, where Goku's blue, was in the Macy's Day Parade 4 years ago, and now we got Monkey D. Luffy.
Want to feel what Trojan bearskin raw is like? Want to feel the closeness? The kind that just gets closer and closer and closer. If so, then let's go. Trojan bearskin raw, America's thinnest latex condom.
Vitamin Water just dropped a new zero sugar flavor called Forever You. Get the taste of coconut and lime for the
I think that's better.
all bounce, all play, zero lag you. Grab a Forever You today. Vitamin Water Zero Sugar. Nourish every you. Vitamin Water is a registered trademark of Glasso.
For people looking to buy a home, Bank of America is right here. We're here for business owners thinking about their next move, and for students looking to build their emergency savings. Whatever your financial goals, Bank of America is right here with one-on-one guidance. Get started at one of our financial centers or 24/7 in our mobile banking app.
That's good.
Find a location near you at Bank of America.
That's exactly what I want.
Talk to us. What would you like the power to do?
Mobile banking requires downloading the app and is only available for select devices. Message and data rates may apply. Bank of America and a member of TSA.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. That's not good. That's not good at all. That's too many creepers.
It's easy as a stroll in the park.
Then just answer a few questions and get a real
That's way too many creepers.
Easy as singing.
Why not? Visit Carvana.com to get an instant offer today.
Cannot have this happen. I gotta make sure the hunt. Oh god. I need to light up the fucking villages. Anyway. But yeah, outside of the games I was mentioning previously about what I play off stream, I've started to dive into, hilariously enough, Path of Exile. I played a little bit off stream, Apex Legends, and Fortnite. Apex Legends has just been to get the rust knocked off. I haven't played it really for a couple of days because, like I said, I haven't felt up to really playing games. The only game I've really played was a little bit of Enlisted, but whenever the season change happens and I feel like I'm getting just lethargic, drowsy, what have you, and I just don't feel good in general because of the weather, I have a tendency to get more frustrated easily, because this is one of the things where it just genetically I got unlucky, because now I'm more sensitive to barometric pressure and shit like that. So when it goes from being 80 degrees to 32 degrees and snowing, that'll give me a headache for 2 days straight, or every other day if it fluctuates that drastically over time. When a lot of other people don't feel that kind of shit at all, and they're fine. So I get frustrated at the idea of, like, just I rolled the dice bad on the genetic lottery a little bit there, so you get a headache for like a week on and off every other day. Sometimes a couple days in a row if it's really bad. So that's one of those. One of those things of why, like, when I'm reacting, I'm probably gonna have to fix up the new emergency controller, because I brought up Enlisted a little bit earlier, and I was like saying my frustrations about how anytime I feel like the Axis loses when I'm on the Axis's team, because it feels like the people that I'm playing with do not know how to play the game. Like, this is literally the first time they logged in, and it's like, man, are they going to have a ranked system soon? Kind of like how I don't think they should. I don't think they should. This is me making a joke. Do not put a ranked system in that game. For fuck's sake. Of like, man, are they gonna put a ranked system in soon so everything's more balanced? It wouldn't be balanced if you had a ranked system. That's why everybody always gets pissed off whenever they add ranked systems to games. Don't do it. Keep it how it is. Because if you add a ranked system, you're just gonna split the player base and you're gonna make some lobbies feel less. Then again, you can just throw in bots to make the game feel populated. Because that is a thing that some games do. They try and make a game feel more populated than it is, because if a game doesn't feel populated, no one's going to play it. But if a game feels populated, then you're going to be more likely to continue playing it. Also, I have no idea what to do next. I guess turn these into half blocks. I still need to finish these stairs. I like how the minimap's starting to look, though. Oh, shit. Oh, dumbass, I didn't go... Fuck, I skipped the step. I'm like, why am I going to the thing? You're going to the thing so you can split these in half, dumbass. Anyway. When do you think the next time the internet's going to freak out about them announcing Grand Theft Auto 6 when nobody really knows when they're going to announce it? I think it's going to be near the end of this month. I think near the end of this month, everyone's going to go... They're gonna announce Grand Theft Auto 6 tomorrow. It's on a Thursday, the 26th. They'll do it then. When is... Wait, hold on. It's so exhausting. Well, it is, but it's worth it to do it as soon as possible, in all honesty. As someone who has a lot of videos to go through and edit, the sooner you edit the video, the better off you'll be. No. Friday's the 24th and Sunday's the 26th, so I don't know. I don't know if everyone will freak out about them announcing Grand Theft Auto 6 at the end of this month. I'd love it if they did. It would amuse me. As exhausting as it is, it still is worthwhile. I know. That's why instead of being like, I'll talk about it because I'm excited, not because I want the game to come out as soon as possible. I want the game to be good, so I'm willing to wait for a little while longer. You know what I mean? More than a little while longer. But the point I'm trying to make is, guys, take a fucking breather and be patient. I know. It's been an X amount of years. But knowing a game is coming is enough for me in this day and age when there are some games that will never have another ever. Like, we may never get another prototype. We may never get another XYZ, you know what I mean? Like, there could be a chance we don't get any more Spyro games or any Crash Bandicoot games. One of the reasons why I'm more than okay with Microsoft getting Activision Blizzard is because I'm pretty sure they have the rights to... did I say Sonic? I didn't mean Sonic. I meant Spyro the Dragon and Crash Bandicoot. If I said Sonic, I didn't mean Sonic. I might have thought Sonic for some weird reason. I meant Spyro and Crash Bandicoot. Okay. Why was I thinking about Sonic? Whatever. Sonic's owned by Sega, right? Yeah, whatever. Anyway. Well, that's the thing. A lot of the shit that they've done in Grand Theft Auto Online has probably been them testing out new things. Right? We might get a pretty interesting amount of... Okay, here's the question. No, I don't think we do. I think we do something like this. Anyway, regardless of that, because Microsoft now has Crash Bandicoot, Skylanders, and Spyro, I'm more inclined to believe they're gonna do something with those games. Come out with a new one, release the other games on Game Pass, bada bing, bada boom, make a shit ton of money, call it a day, right? Like hopefully it'll be good instead of just a cash grab, because that'd be fucking disappointing if it was just a cash grab. Just like how a lot of people think that the Metal Gear Solid collection releases are cash grabs. It's like, in all honesty, while they, in their most literal sense, are a cash grab, they're the most honest of cash grabs, because when they were talking about the collection, they explicitly, maybe I'm making this up, maybe this was the thought that I had and I'm incorrect, but I feel like they explicitly said that they were just taking the old video games. Maybe it's because I did extra research and stuff that wasn't publicly, like, well known. It's something that I knew because I looked into it. But they were like, we are not going to be... This is literally the games from their release origin state dropped as a part of a collection. So you could bring the games to modern system. And then they talk about the remakes and stuff like that, and it's like, okay. They're basically using the collection to hype up the remakes. Makes sense to me. One of those moments where it's like, what the fuck do we do? Because if we go like this at an angle, it won't hit like that. So it doesn't matter what we do. We could do either or, whatever works for us.
Is everything checking from Dollar Bank right for you? Let's find out. Do you like cash? Great. Sign up for everything checking and earn $300. Want an easy way to send and receive money? Excellent, because everything checking lets you send money with Zelle. Final question.
Okay.
Current checking do all this?
Yeah.
Get everything checking, earn $300
Looks good.
and get way more. But do it
Looks
now.
clear.
This offer ends soon. Dollar Bank. Let's get you there.
Said it was clear. No, I said looks clear. But how does it look now? Looks clear. That is a quote between two characters in Pitch Black, which is a part of the Chronicles of Riddick series. Probably some of my favorite movies of all time. The hell are you doing up here, kitty? That's funny. Probably should go to sleep. I just like having to fucking clear out an area. Yeah, whatever. This isn't nearly as bad as I was feeling it was gonna be. When it's literally just following a very simplistic pattern. What the fuck? Honestly, if you can take a Minecraft world and make a Dwarf Fortress map. If you can take a Minecraft world and make a Dwarf Fortress map, I don't know if we can. I know we can make a Dwarf Fortress map into a Minecraft map. But if we could do that, I would actually bring this into Dwarf Fortress. Because I feel like this would be, maybe you'd have to make a couple of changes. But I feel like this would be a very good build. Videos going into next year. Nice. With the VOD channel on YouTube, I pretty much have fucker. The way that I do this shit, there are some days where, like, if I stream one game or something like that, it won't really be a video every single day, which I'm kind of okay with. Leave my dude alone. Rude assholes. Anyway. I think this would be a great design for a fortress in Dwarf Fortress. I think that actually looks good. Nice. Wow. Yeah, one of the things I need to start doing more often is I need to start editing a series immediately and use my, like, the videos that I want to catch up on as a thing to do when I don't have current editing to do. I basically, what my plan is when I get done with the Neo series, that's when I'm gonna start editing like that. And hopefully I'll be able to be a little bit, I won't be an everyday thing because of the way that I edit, but hopefully it'll be a video once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week. I could probably get 3 videos out a week if I really buckled down and did editing on current VODs and shit like that. Basically, the way that it would work is the next Minecraft series will be a series that gets up on the edited videos channel, aka the main channel. Because the VOD channel, well, Music ain't playing. Why is the music not playing? Because of advertising. That's why. I'm not really big into sports. Nice pop in.
Room could transform into Renaissance Venice from Assassin's Creed Nexus. If your hallway could be a long fairway in Golf Plus.
Any of you have any interest whatsoever in the most recent
Imagine if your breakfast nook could
Assassin's Creed game? It should be like this, in all honesty.
Do more than imagine. Expand your world with the new MetaQuest 3. Now with over 500 titles to dive into. See child safety guidance online.
Maybe?
10 plus certain apps, games, and experiences may be suitable for a more mature audience.
Did you know a bar could sound like this? Cutwater brings the bar where you are. Bar quality cocktails in a can. So now you can enjoy the bar whenever, wherever. Cutwater. Open the bar. Copyright 2023, Cutwater Spirits, San Diego, California. Enjoy responsibly.
Ohio parents want what's best for our kids. Issue 1 strengthens parents' rights by getting government out of personal family decisions. State law already requires parental consent for minors to get an abortion, and Issue 1 doesn't change that. Vote yes. Paid for by Ohioans United for Reproductive Rights.
You want to hear something hilarious about that commercial? That advertisement we just heard? I am in a wholehearted agreement there of, like, you know, letting people, I don't, if it ain't my fucking body, I don't give a fuck. Do whatever the fuck you want. I do not care. If it's not illegal, whatever. That and, like, medical procedures and shit like that needed to save an individual's life. Yeah, right? Had the, what is it, governor of Ohio talking about voting against issue 2, and I couldn't help but laugh and be like, that's like one of the worst ways to do an advertisement, because that's showing that you could just turn that around and be like, yeah, the government wants to get involved. Like, I don't think a smaller group of people should get to decide what a massive amount of people get to do in that way. But that's like opinion-based shit anywhere. That's one of the reasons why politics and shit is so controversial, because it's a primarily opinion-based thing. the Red Dead Redemption 3, which will probably be in like 6 years from now, if that's how long they're going to work on their big releases like that. I hope not, but at the same time, if it takes them that long to make a perfect product, sure, why not? If it's worth the wait, I'll wait. So when it comes to Red Dead Redemption 3, I'll probably go through and play like Red Dead Revolver Gun. It's not associated with Red Dead Redemption, but I just really like that video game. And what else? There's yeah, I can't focus right now. This song's too distracting. Oh, wow, that's a hell of a song. Halloween is over. It is. No Damage was 7 months ago. Damn. Time flies. I cannot remember what I was talking about. Oh, putting shit away in the thing. Oh. When Red Dead Redemption 3 is going to be announced, it'll be Red Dead Redemption. No, Red Dead Revolver. Red Dead Revolver, Gun, and then Red Dead Redemption. I don't think I'll play Red Dead Redemption 2 unless I really liked it, and if I do, I might not spend as much time my next playthrough as I'm going to on my first playthrough. Listen, if you want to watch this playthrough to like see me blast through the story, you ain't going to get that. I'm going to take my time with Red Dead Redemption 2. And then after that, we're going to be starting the Fallout franchise. And then, mind you, this is like, there are some games I could play in between those moments. But the biggest thing to keep in mind is, while things are subject to change, I do at some point, after going through Red Dead Redemption 2, plan to go through Fallout. Starting with Fallout 1, leading to 2, so on and so forth. I can put the gunpowder away as well, and maybe the bones. But the bones actually go up here, now that I'm thinking about it. I got a couple messes over there I gotta clean up. Oh well, not that big of a deal. Got a lot of gunpowder. There's no way to generate sand, is there? Damn, you can't, like, take stone and put it under a waterfall to get sand generation. I know that's not how it works, but... Well, who knows? Maybe there is sand generation. Let's Google that really quickly. Without a mod.
Every handoff, tackle, and field goal until the final touchdown. New customers bet $5 and get a $150 bonus if your team wins. 21 plus and present in Ohio. $5 pregame moneyline wager required. Must be first online real money wager. $10 deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply.
Apparently there is a sand generator.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The holidays mean more.
Holy shit, there is a sand generator.
Online and
what?
Personal info potentially being exposed to identity thieves. But with a LifeLock US-based restoration specialist, you don't have to face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or other losses from identity theft all alone. If your identity is stolen, we'll work to fix it. Backed by the LifeLock $1 Million Protection Package. Spend more time on holiday.
Wild.
Not identity worries. Save up to 25% your first year. Go to LifeLock.
It basically is duplicating the sand.
Save on Thanksgiving.
Using end portal.
I see freshness. Get a Meyer Grade A frozen turkey.
At least that's what it looks like based off of the thumbnail scene. That's wild. Yeah, you duplicate the sand with end portals. How in the fuck did someone figure that out? Like, that was figured out in 2020. Well, I know what the next generator I build might be. Why would I want to get so much sand? I got a lot of fucking gunpowder. I need to make myself some TNT. TNT. Dynamite. Anyways. Put you there like that. I feel like I have more somewhere. Yep. Now we can actually take a little bit of a better look at this and see how it looks. I think I like it. I think I like it. Looks good over here anyway. I'm basically gonna have to figure out how to do a gate type structure over here. The song name is so long. What's the song name? Oh my god. The name of the song is A Haze of Patriotic Fervor. That's the name of the song. Everything else is like the name of the band and other individuals that were involved in the creation of the song, right? Song, creators, or performers, right? Song, creators, and performers. At least that's how I think it goes. Well, you might know, but other people might not, so it's a good thing to bring up. And the reason it might seem like a thing that's simple and everybody should know it is because you know it and you're looking at it from the perspective of somebody that already has that knowledge. Yeah, I know, it cuts off. There is a way to make it not do that, but I'm too lazy right now to do it. Basically what I'm waiting for is what I always wait for, which is the time to go over to 1833 so I could rest, and then we start the next time we play Minecraft at the very... It kind of doesn't matter because this is one of the games that I could see myself, like, I could play off stream. But the only reason I would play it off stream would be to, like, EXP grind or work on the sand generator. Then again, I would only really do that after if I was experimenting on something instead of watching a YouTube tutorial, because I watched a YouTube tutorial to build that, and I think I did that on stream. Hell yeah, let's go. Oh yeah, it looks good. It looks good. I like it. There's some more work to do, of course, but I think it looks pretty good. It's all coming together. They're all coming together. So I'm thinking about it, and it really sucks when a game that's has the potential to be really awesome ends up getting fucked over by for one reason or another. Because, like, Run Like Hell still holds up from my perspective. A game that's 20 years old, like Run Like Hell, and another game that's 18 years old, like Area 51, holding up as well as they seem to hold up, is one of those moments of, like, I kind of wish they would continue with those games. I don't know if Area 51 continued, but it would be nice if they did. We're going to switch to the React Andy section, but I'm going to be wrapping up for YouTube and Twitch highlight watchers. If you're new here and you haven't already, be sure to become a citizen today via subscribing to this channel, as well as my main channel, if you're watching on YouTube. The links will be down in the description below through all my links. Exclamation point links like so. If you're watching on Twitch, be it live, the highlight, or the VOD while it's still up there. Yeah. That's kind of wild. Be sure to follow me on Twitch. Catch me when I go live at 6 p.m. EST EDT Friday through Monday. Invite link to the community Discord. Wait, Friday through Monday is when I go live at 6 p.m. EST EDT Friday through Monday. Anyways, invite link to the community Discord where you can always get the most accurate notifications of whenever I do go live. If I'm going to be a little bit late or early to stream outside of a half hour, or as long as I'm going to be late, as well as whatever catches fancy through all my links. As well as we can communicate with other citizens of the kingdom and whatever else catches fancy through all my links. I'm a bit out of it. Anyways, till next time, take care and have a good one. Peace.